Parents are expected to love all of their children the same and unconditionally, right? But Sheikh Mohammed selectively show his love to some of his children while treating others like criminals. Clearly, not everybody holds the same privileges. While Sheikha Shamsa was kidnapped and tortured for wanting to go to university, Sheikha Mahra is given the world. What does Sheikha Mahra's story hide, and why is Sheikh Mohammed granting her basics, women, and human rights, which were denied to his other daughters? Join us as we uncover Sheikha Mahra's rise to fame. This is Crown Buzz channel. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Sheikh Mohammed has been accused of being a heartless, ruthless, and murderous power figure, even by his own daughters. With the stories of kidnapping, imprisonment, torture, and murder constantly twirling around the Dubai royal family, you would expect that every child of the Sheikh would have the same horrible story as Sheikha Latifa and Sheikha Shamsa. But shockingly, this is not the case. Case in point, Christina, the Sheikh's daughter, who was born in 1994. Her mother, Zoe Grigorakos, was a Greek model who would eventually divorce her husband, thereby joining a long list of the Sheikh's exes. After the divorce, Zoe moved to Europe with Christina and remained there for more than a decade, with the financial help of the Sheikh, of course. During that time in Dubai, all hell was breaking loose for other members of the family. One of the daughters of the powerful Sheikh had tried to escape. Sheikha Shamsa had made an attempt to escape her father's clutches in 2000 when he forbade her to go to university. So she tried to flee her father's $130 million estate in Surrey, UK as an 18-year-old. However, she was caught in nearby Cambridge and forcibly dragged back to the UAE by Emirati men. A year following her escape attempt, Shamsa contacted Cambridgeshire police alleging kidnapping, but the investigation was terminated. Since then, Shamsa has not made public appearances. She was then reportedly subjected to imprisonment and physical abuse. The only news about her existence was from her younger sister, Latifa, and she reported that her sister was left like a zombie after she was constantly fed tranquilizers and antidepressants against her will. Another report came out that Shamsa tried to kill herself 3 times while in prison, including by trying to set fire to her own cell. Latifa confirmed that her once vibrant sister was now only a shell of her former self, with all the willpower tortured out of her. That was what their father was doing to his own children. In 2002, inspired by her older sister's courage and seeking help for her, 16-year-old Latifa decided to plan and hatch her own escape. Her plan failed too, and her father threw her in solitary confinement for 3 years and 4 months, subject to physical abuse and endured torture. For years, little was heard of the 2 sisters, but their sibling, Christina, who was in Europe, was about to make a shocking decision that would change her life completely. The opportunity came in 2010 when she was 16 years old. Her father offered her a promising future under some conditions. She must embrace Islam as a religion, change her name from Christina to Mahra, and marry a relative chosen by her father. Surprisingly, despite the media coverage on Sheikha Shamsa, Christina agreed to all the conditions, and Sheikh Mohammed proceeded to give his daughter his paternal guidance and a royal title. She was now Sheikha Mahra. Then he sponsored her education at a private institution in Dubai before continuing at a London university, where she was earning a degree in international relations. This was the same education Sheikha Shamsa has been fighting for many years ago and ended up kidnapped and tortured for. Do you think it is a coincidence Sheikha Mahra is given this opportunity? In the meantime, Sheikha Latifa made global headlines when she shocked the world with a video she posted detailing her terrible experiences at the hands of her father. She described mistreatment, imprisonment, and torture, concluding that video with plans for her second escape attempt. She had recorded the video because she was afraid for her life should she fail to escape. She was drugged and forcibly returned to Dubai into complete inhumane treatment at the hands of her father. This was when the whole Free Latifa campaign became so public. Latifa had shown the world that Sheikh Mohammed was a horrible father, and all he cared about was his reputation, which was now in tatters. So what could he do to portray himself as an excellent father? Why not use his Greek Emirati daughter Mahra? She could make him look good in public eye. This is when all the famous glam started for Sheikha Mahra. He encouraged her to embrace shared interests, even if they weren't cultivated together. He let her claim interest in horses, as horse racing stands out as one of his favorite pastimes. Mahra has been attending races and posing with the majestic animals to show the public that she has a very good and lovely relationship with her father. It's like a modern twist on like father, like daughter. But why stop there? He encouraged her involvement in charity and philanthropy. Being adored by many only enhances his reputation. Supporting local designers at fashion shows and art exhibitions adds to her appeal as a fashion-forward and culturally engaged individual. Since she wasn't raised Muslim, she is free to express herself through her clothing choices without the need for a hijab. And her social media reflects her vibrant social life, painting a picture of a young woman without conventional constraints, living life to the fullest. Clearly, she's not operating under the same rules as her siblings. But this should show how accepting and accommodating her father is as a father and as a ruler. And it should definitely get people distracted while she becomes the center of attention. With this, she would literally go from no one to the most beautiful Arabic princess, even though it is not the general public point of view. It is what paid magazines portray. This would allow her to become a notable figure and a person of influence, which is exactly what her father needs. And when asked about her sources of guidance, she can say things like, "I consider myself fortunate to have been nurtured by both of my parents, each instilling their distinct cultural heritage and principles." Just anything and everything to clean up her father's image after everything that happened to Shamsa and Latifa. Saying to the world, "See, I am not the problem, I never was." But what would Mahra possibly gain for all her efforts? 1. She gets a father who is worth tens of billions of dollars and is the ruler of Dubai. 2. A husband who is probably worth billions too. 3. Such access buys her the best of anything she can imagine. And finally, a very comfortable life for herself and her mother. In addition, in the new era of social media we live in, she gets to feel special and have all eyes on her. What else could a girl dream of? This is the fairy tale lifestyle of a princess. If anyone was in need of evidence that Mahra's life is completely different from that of Shamsa and Latifa, this is it. Do you think Sheikh Mohammed is using her to golden his image after everything that happened to Shamsa and Latifa? Or is this timeline of pure coincidence and he has genuinely changed as a father? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more content like this one, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.